Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Jinhsi just came out, and this video is a complete guide for her. She is one of the best, if not the best DPS in the game. This video covers everything you need to know about her, which includes her kit, sequences, best weapons, echoes, rotation, teams, and more. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Jinhsi's kit may look very complicated, but it is very easy. Jinhsi has 4 resonance skills. She starts with her Resonance Skill 1. After 4 basic attacks or an intro, you unlock her second Resonance Skill for 5 seconds, which deals higher damage. After using her second Resonance Skill, she enters into an enhanced state where she starts floating and has entirely new attacks and a new Resonance Skill. And after doing 4 basic attacks while in this enhanced state, she enters into Ultra Enhanced State. Casting a Resonance Skill or dodging in between the basic attack chain of her enhanced state will not reset the basic attack count. That is, if you dodge after using 2 basic attacks, your next basic attack will start from the 3rd hit. In the Ultra Enhanced State, she unlocks her 4th Resonance Skill, where it has an animation similar to an ultimate skill and summons a dragon that deals a nuke damage. This entire skill is an iframe. This nuke damage increases depending on her 4-day circuit stacks. She can get up to 50 stacks. Jinhsi gains 1 4-day circuit stack whenever any team member, including Jinhsi herself, deals damage. Damage of the same element can gain 1 stack every 3 seconds. If a team member deals coordinated attacks, she gains 2 stacks, which also has a cooldown of 3 seconds per element. This cooldown can be reduced to 1 second after using her Outrow skill. This cooldown reduction lasts for 20 seconds. Each point of her 4-day circuit stacks increases the damage of her 4th Resonance Skill. After her 4th Resonance Skill, she gets Unison Energy, which lets her use Outrow skill without using any Concerto energy. This will also trigger intro of the next character. This is quite good as her Outrow skill reduces the cooldown of her teammate-based 4-day circuit stacks gained for 20 seconds. So you basically can have 100% uptime on this buff after your first rotation. Her Resonance Liberation has this very cool animation and deals massive damage. It has an energy cost of 150 and a 24-second cooldown, which is quite long. Her intro skill just deals some spectro damage. Her first inherent passive gives her 20% spectro damage bonus. And the second inherent passive increases her intro skill damage by 50%. For her talent priority, her 4-day circuit takes the top priority as it has all the important multipliers, followed by her Resonance Liberation, then her Resonance Skill. You need to prioritize leveling these 3 skills first. Then you can level her intro skill and basic attacks. The basic attacks can be skipped as you mostly won't be using her normal basic attacks. The multipliers of the enhanced basic attacks are tied to her 4-day circuit. Moving on to her sequences. Jinhsi's initial sequences are amazing, and it's way better than the initial sequences of our previous 2 limited characters. Her first sequence gives her special stacks when casting her 3rd Resonance Skill and basic attacks in her Ultra Enhanced State. Maximum 4 stacks. Using her 4th Resonance Skill consumes all these stacks, and each stack increases its damage by 20%. That is a total of 80%. Her second sequence gives her max 4-day circuit stacks if she is out of combat for more than 4 seconds. Her third sequence gives her 25% attack increase after casting intro skill for 20 seconds. This can be stacked twice. The 4th sequence gives 20% all elemental damage bonus for 20% to every teammate after casting her Resonance Liberation or the 4th Resonance Skill. The 5th sequence increases the damage multiplier of her Resonance Skill by 120%. Her 6th sequence buffs her 4th Resonance Skill more. It increases its multiplier by 45%, and the additional damage multiplier gained by consuming her 4-day circuit stacks is increased by 45%. All in all, Jinhsi's sequences are amazing, and her initial sequences are not a waste unlike our previous limited characters, which makes her sequences more F2P friendly. Moving on to her weapons. Jinhsi's best in slot weapon will be her signature weapon, Ages of Harvest. It provides crit rate, making it easier to build her. It gives 12% all types of damage bonus and a massive 48% resonance skill damage bonus, which can be easily gained, as you only need to cast an intro skill and a resonance skill. If you are not pulling for this weapon, we have some other great weapon options too. Giant's signature, Verdant Summit, provides a lot of crit damage and gives 12% all type of damage. The heavy attack damage bonus is wasted on Jinhsi, but it is a good stat stick. It is around 15 to 20% worse than her signature weapon, but still a great alternative. Lustrous Razor is also a good weapon option as it provides ton of attack percent. Additionally, it gives energy regen and resonance liberation damage bonus, which is quite good. If you don't have any of these 5-star weapon options, we have some good 4-star weapons too. The BP weapon Autumn Trace is her best 4-star option. It provides crit rate and also gives attack increase with every basic attack hit, stacking up to 5 times. Next option is Helios Cleaver. This is also a great weapon option as it has attack percent stat. It provides additional attack after using a resonance skill, which stacks up to 4 times. And Jinhsi can use her resonance skill up to 4 times, so this is perfect for her. The craftable weapon Broadblade 41 is also a decent alternative, but is highly conditional as you need to keep your HP above 80% to keep the attack buff uptime. And if you don't have access to any of these weapons, you can use the 3-star R5 Broadblade of Night as placeholder till you get the better options. Before moving on to her echoes, let's first talk about her energy requirements. Jinhsi's most of the damage comes from her resonance skill, but you shouldn't neglect her liberation as it deals a huge chunk of damage. Try to get around 30% energy regen on her. Try to get it from Substats, as I don't recommend using an energy regen echo piece. Moving on to her echoes. Just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying this video so far, do consider liking this video and sharing it. Subscribe for more such content. The best echo set for Jinhsi will be the 5-piece Celestial Light as it increases spectro damage by up to 40%. And the best echo skill will be Jue. Jue deals a good amount of spectro damage on cast and deals sustained spectro damage when you perform resonance skill, and the sustained damage is considered as resonance skill damage of the character, which means it will benefit from all the resonance skill damage bonuses. Alongside this, it provides 16% resonance skill damage bonus, the sustained damage, and this buff lasts for 15 seconds. This buff doesn't end even if you switch the character out. And this echo skill has no animation, which is amazing. You can even cast it in between your combos without disrupting them. If you have already pre-farmed the Morning Aches echo skill, you can use it as a placeholder till you get the Jue echo. The Morning Aches does have a long animation, but it can be easily swap cancelled. The echo combination you ideally need to use on Jinhsi is 43311. Crit rate or damage on the 4-cost echo. Spectro damage bonus on the 3-cost echoes, or a combination of 1 spectro damage bonus and 1 attack percent also works, and attack percent on the 1-cost echoes. Alternatively, you can use a 44111 echo pattern with Jue as the main echo skill, and Morning Aches as the other 4-cost echo. Crit rate on one 4-cost echo and crit damage on the other one. And for her substats, try to get some energy regen rolls and prioritize crit rate or crit damage, followed by attack percent, followed by resonance skill damage bonus and flat attack, followed by resonance liberation damage. Basic attack damage bonus can be decent too. Alternatively, if you don't have 5 pieces of the Spectro set, you can use 2-piece Celestial Light with 2-piece Lingering Tunes. The reason why I am not recommending 5-piece Lingering Tunes is because you won't be able to use the Jue Echo skill. For her rotations, Jinhsi's rotations are very simple. You first intro to her. Make sure she has all the necessary buffs. Then you can use her ultimate skill, or you can use it at the end. It's up to you. I like to use it at the beginning as it will put her ultimate skill in cooldown and you will be able to gain resonance energy. Use the Jue Echo skill followed by her resonance skill to enter the flying state. Then use her resonance skill again followed by 4 basic attacks. Then use her 4th resonance skill that deals the nuke damage. Then outrow to a different character. If you are using the Morning Aches Echo skill, use it during the preparation phase and swap cancel it. This is her general rotation. It can change depending on your situation. Moving on to Jinhsi's team comps. Jinhsi's most of the damage comes from her resonance skill, so using a character that buffs resonance skill should be the best choice, and the only character that can do it currently is Tao Qi. However, Tao Qi is quite slow. She requires her 5th sequence, or the Discord Broadblade, in order to comfortably fill her Concerto energy bar. And if you happen to miss her enhanced basic attacks after triggering her intro skill, you will be losing out on most of her concerto energy, and it is quite easy to miss them as she loses the enhanced basic attacks after performing any action other than her basic attacks. You cannot even dodge. So if you happen to miss them, you will have to go a rotation without any buffs unless you can do a perfect parry to immediately get them back. Worst case, you can miss the enhanced basic attacks second time as well. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Tao Chi. She is a good support for Jinhsi, but her slow playstyle is not for me, and has some caveats, which can result in less DPS. You can check out my complete Tao Chi guide for more details on her. There's a character that you can use with Tao Chi to help her land all 3 of her hits, which I will talk in a bit. Characters who can deal off-field coordinated attacks are great with Jinhsi, as it helps her get 4-day circuit stacks. This lets you deal more damage with her 4th resonance skill. So the first character that comes to mind is Yinlin. She can do a lot of off-field hits, letting you get more 4-day circuit stacks, not to mention her high off-field damage. She can also give Resonance Liberation Amplification buff from her out row, which is great as Jinhsi's Resonance Liberation deals massive amounts of damage. She is unarguably the best sub-DPS for Jinhsi. Next character who can deal off-field damage is Mortefi. Mortefi can deal a good amount of off-field hits and damage. If you have his first sequence, he launches additional coordinated hits alongside resonance skills. If you have his S4, he gets extended liberation duration, resulting in more off-field hits. And if you have his S6, he can give team-wide 20% attack buff. Yuanwu can also deal off-field damage. He has very short rotations and can efficiently break the white bar of the enemies. He takes extremely low field time. He also provides resistance to interruption, which is great, and if you have his S4, he can provide shields. The S6 Spectro Rover is one of the best supports for Jinhsi due to various reasons. He provides Spectral Resistance Shred from his S6, which we will get for free. The sequence description says, Resonance Skill Slashes and Resonance Skill Resonating Spin reduces enemies' Spectral Resistance by 10% on hit. I am not sure if both the Resonance Skill hits give 10% Resistance Shred each, or you get the 10% Resistance Shred only if both the skills hit, since I don't have his S6 unlocked yet. If you guys have it, do let me know. Either ways, this is an amazing sequence as it will buff both Jinhsi and Spectro Rover's damage. Aside from this amazing buff, he can also provide team-wide healing after using his Resonance Liberation due to his S4, so he can also fill the role of a sustained support. The heals are not that amazing, but you can make it work if you are good at dodging. His outrow skill slows down the enemy for 3 seconds, which is great as it lets you comfortably do your combos. This is amazing when paired with Tao Chi, as you need to make sure you can land all 3 of her enhanced basic attack hits. The Spectro Rover has some strong multipliers on his skills, so he can also deal some really good personal damage. Jinhsi is an amazing character that provides crowd control, shields, and a 38% resonance liberation damage deepen. She can also be utilized as a sustained support. Farina and Baiji are the evergreen sustained supports that can be used in any teams due to their healing and buff, with Farina being more superior. They also have off-field damage, which lets you get some 4-day circuit stacks, and if you happen to get Farina's S4, you get 15% team-wide Spectro damage bonus, which will further push Jinhsi's damage. So the general team archetype is Jinhsi, a sub-DPS, and a sustained support. The sustained support can be Farina, Baiji, Jinhsi, or even the Spectro Rover. The sub-DPS characters can be Yinlin, Spectro Rover, Mortefi, Tao Chi, Jinhsi, Yuanwu. If I missed any character, do let me know in the comments. Jinhsi, Yinlin, Farina. Jinhsi, Spectro Rover, Baiji. Jinhsi, Mortefi, Spectro Rover. These are some team examples. Make sure you have equipped the Rejuvenating Glow set with Bellborn Echo skill on the sustained support, and Moonlit Echo set with the Impermanence Heron skill on the sub-DPS unless there are better options. I have covered most of the sub-DPS and supports guide, except the Spectro Rover. I will be doing it soon, so make sure to check it out. Comment down below what will be your Jinhsi team. If I missed anything, I will add it in pinned comments. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content. Thanks for watching.